I speak now on this day, today, and the very foundations of heaven are shaking. The celestial hosts stand in silent wonder, for you remain unaware of the great transaction that occurred in the spiritual expanse as you rested. They have beheld the unveiling, yet you still walk in shadow. You must not hesitate. This is the ultimate moment for you to comprehend what was transformed, what was set loose, and what was shattered for your sake. Speak Amen now to secure your position within this holy event. You cannot permit yourself to turn from this hour. Sacred ledgers were opened in the night. Your name echoed through the corridors of eternity. The very struggle that has consumed you, the pain you have grappled with, was laid before my throne. Heavenly beings bowed in awe at the sound of your name. You do not yet perceive it, but bonds were severed in the quiet while you slept. The darkness that sought to strangle your destiny has lost its authority. But if you look away now, you risk missing the liberating truth I bring. I plead with you, my beloved child, open the depths of your being to me in this instant. What you will soon know will not only astonish you, it will permanently alter your perception of my hidden workings. You have wept, you have fasted, you have questioned whether I remember you. But last night, when the earth fell silent and you believed nothing was changing, the heavens thundered for you. Press like upon this video now if your spirit is already awakening. This is not random chance. This is celestial design. Throughout the night, angelic messengers were sent across the globe. Your name was inscribed upon the winds of dawn. Your tears were collected into the sacred vessels of my compassion. The adversary believed he could dismantle you in silence. But I decreed, not this one. Not my anointed. Not the one who prays when no eyes observe. Comment 111. Now, if you trust my voice arrives in perfect timing, understand that heaven mobilized for you last night, and now you must prepare to receive my next revelation. My child, do not be deceived by the invisible. That your eyes did not see the conflict does not mean the war was not waged. I commissioned my angels into your circumstances, into your household, into every place where your name was spoken in falsehood. They silenced every accusation formed against you. They dismantled every snare the enemy prepared. What transpired last night was no mere vision. It was a permanent alteration. And this is your final opportunity to step into the knowledge of my actions. Each time you cried out to me and heard only silence in return, I was gathering every prayer into my chamber. I did not disregard you. I was preparing a stage for your miracle so vast that no one could claim its glory but me. When you pleaded for aid, I was dispatching legions. When you grew weary, I was implanting fresh fortitude within your soul. But last night, the battle reached its climax. That is why the angels are amazed. That is why you cannot disregard this hour. You felt drained yesterday. You felt like surrendering. That was because the enemy knew what I was poised to release into your life. He attempted to overwhelm you one final time, but I whispered your name through the tempest. I touched your spirit with my refining fire. And in the deepest hours of night, I performed a work you would scarcely believe unless I reveal it to you. Comment 222. If you trust me to unveil what your eyes have not witnessed, but your inner man has already started to sense. Hear me, my child. The blessing you have awaited is no longer postponed. It has already been dispatched. What you must do now is walk in concert with my will. Your obedience, your adoration, your full submission. These are the instruments that will unlock what was sealed last night. I am not a God who speaks promises and then neglects them. I am the God of Abraham, of David, of Esther, and I am your God. Your name is engraved upon my hand, and no power in the earthly or infernal realms can pluck you from me. You have been assaulted because of the anointing upon you. You have endured treachery, loneliness, financial pressure, and spiritual depletion. But these were not indications of my abandonment. They were signals of your impending elevation. The pressure confirmed your purpose. The pain propelled you toward destiny. And last night I sent my angels to finalize what you have been petitioning for in secret. This is why I implore you, do not scroll past. Do not ignore this. You feel a tremor within as you read this. Not from mere feeling, but because your spirit confirms the truth of these words. I am not requiring you to comprehend everything now. I am requiring you to believe. Even the smallest seed of faith can relocate mountains. And last night, the mountain blocking your path began to fracture. You simply did not see it. But the angels did. They celebrated. They stood in awe because your breakthrough was so potent it rattled the kingdom of darkness. I need you to remain steadfast. I need you to cease letting your emotions convince you of my silence. I was never silent. I was orchestrating. I was positioning every fragment, every person, every event into divine order. Those who wounded you are now being displaced. Doors that closed were actually shielding you. And miracles are approaching that will make every season of waiting profoundly worthwhile. Comment 333 if you are prepared to proclaim your faith and advance into this. My child, you are not forsaken. My presence has enveloped you even in your numbness. I witnessed your tears upon the floor, wiped away before any could see. I witnessed your generosity when you possessed nothing left to give. That is why your name ascended to heaven. That is why last night became your pivot point. You are no longer merely hoping. You are stepping into what has already been decreed. Therefore, listen to me, and listen intently. What happened last night will remain concealed from you no longer. I am drawing back the veil. I am opening your spiritual sight. You will start to see my hand where you assumed I was absent. You will begin to discern divine patterns within your chaos. You will hear my voice in unforeseen places. And above all, you will feel my peace once more. Not the superficial peace of this world, but the peace that anchors you through any gale. Every word spoken to harm you has been overturned. The enemy's access to your mind, your relationships, your peace, it has been terminated. My angels were not merely guarding you last night. They were warring for you. They stood sentinel around your dwelling. They whispered my promises into your tired soul. And I want you to know this, your story is not concluding. It is commencing. There are those who will marvel at your radiance. There are relatives who will not comprehend how you survived what was meant to obliterate you. But I will make you a living testament. I will seat you in rooms where your name will be respected. I will exalt you before those who dismissed you. But you must not retreat from this disclosure. You must stay near to me. There are secrets the enemy concealed from you. Events behind closed doors. Words spoken in envy. Opportunities stolen. But last night I exposed it all. I brought it into the light. And now, one by one, you will witness truth emerge. You will see vindication descend like showers. I will not allow your humiliation. I will not let your faith go without reward. Comment 555 if you are ready to receive all I have held in reserve for you. Remain rooted. Remain in prayer. This is your moment of awakening. Your time to recognize the magnitude of what was accomplished for you while the world slumbered. You are more than selected. You are shielded, encircled, and upheld by the Almighty. Can merely speaking 9 words each day genuinely cause wealth to enter your life? A leading neuroscientist affirms it, and an FBI disclosure unintentionally verified it. This forgotten prayer is now transforming ordinary individuals into lives free of debt and financial lack. But this secret will not remain online for long. Click the link in the description and comments now to access it before it is erased permanently. I declare that last night marked a divine convergence in the unseen realm. A moment where your petitions intersected with my flawless timing, and heaven responded without delay. You remain oblivious to what was uprooted, what was cleared from your journey, and what was activated in your favor. This word has reached you at this precise hour not by accident, but by my command. Comment 1212. If your heart is starting to perceive what your eyes have not yet seen, you are not here by error. You are here because you have been selected for this truth. The angels are still astonished. They observed a transaction in the spirit that altered your timeline. Your name was inscribed upon a scroll of destiny, and the conflict that lingered over your life reached its final moment. It is finished now. You may not perceive it in the natural, but in the spirit, the chains have fallen. The opposition has ceased. The floodgates have begun to part. The warfare that exhausted you has been met with heavenly force. Last night, I commanded a release, an irrevocable decree to the powers of darkness to relinquish their claim on your destiny. The tears you shed in private, the nights you battled for peace, the days you bore burdens in silence, they were all witnessed. I watched you remain faithful when you had every cause to surrender. I saw you continue to believe when everything appeared shattered. My child, that caliber of faith does not return empty. That kind of heart draws miracles to itself. Do not minimize what took place while the world slept. Decrees were issued in heaven concerning you. Your name was spoken with honor, not sorrow. Your situation was presented before my throne, not by your effort, but because your anguish cried out louder than language. I heard it. I answered. And now you stand at the brink of revelation. You are about to discover what happened when the world was unaware, but heaven was laboring. The foes who thought they had buried you forgot that seeds are interred before they rise. You were never destined to remain hidden. Your grief was never meant to be permanent. I was not ignoring your pleas. I was preserving your miracle. I was accumulating answers, breakthroughs, and blessings for an appointed hour. And that appointed hour was ignited last night. The release has already commenced. All you must do is stay aligned, stay humble, stay receptive. Connections are being orchestrated at this moment in your favor. Individuals you do not know are being prompted to bless you, to recall your name, to extend kindness without understanding why. That is my spirit moving upon hearts. That is me arranging divine appointments. That is the result of surrendering your schedule to my will. The burden may have felt overwhelming, but the reward will be undeniable. Your name is being elevated in places your feet have not yet stood. You have asked me for a sign, for a shift, for an entrance. But I tell you, I have already opened the door. It simply has not yet entered your field of vision. That is why I require your faith to ascend above your fears. I require your praise to grow louder than your distress. Because what I have initiated, nothing can halt, and what I have prepared, no one can plunder. Comment 777. If you believe my hand governs every detail of your life, even the portions that seemed senseless, even the delays that felt like rejection, even the heartaches that made you doubt, all of it served a purpose. All of it will be utilized. Not one moment of your suffering was squandered. I will transform even the darkest valleys into streams of joy. You will not merely endure, you will thrive. The pain you endured last season has qualified you for authority in this season. What you walked through forged a strength within you that you do not yet recognize. I allowed it not to harm you, but to reveal what was always within you. That resilience. That flame. That courage. That anointing. The enemy did not assault your comfort. He attacked your calling. But I intervened last night to remind him that I alone hold the final authority. You are entering a season of visibility. A season where the favor I have placed upon you will begin to blossom openly. No more concealment. No more silence. You will rise not in arrogance, but in purpose. You will rise with humility, with compassion, with certainty. What I placed within you is ready to be unveiled to the world. And I promise you this, no weapon fashioned against it will succeed. I instruct you to remain grounded in my word. Remain clothed in thankfulness and keep your heart free from resentment. In the coming days, I will expose matters to you. People's true motives, concealed realities, spiritual conflicts operating in shadow. I will bring it all into the light. Not to condemn you, but to shield you. You are my cherished one. You are my appointed vessel. And I will not permit you to walk in blindness. Everything you believed was lost is being returned. Fragment by fragment. The joy that dimmed, the strength that fractured, the confidence that faltered, it is all returning. Stronger. Deeper. Wiser. My spirit is reconstructing you from within. And the foundation I am establishing now will be immovable. Not due to your own power, but due to the might of my hand upon your life. Soon there will be moments where circumstances simply align. That is me. There will be times where peace envelopes you unexpectedly. That is me. There will be days you awaken feeling something new, lighter, bolder, clearer. That is me. I am moving even when you do not perceive me. I am working even when you feel nothing. Do not navigate by emotions. Navigate by faith. Comment 999. If you are ready to witness things resurrected that you considered dead, dreams, opportunities, relationships, joy. I am a God of resurrection. And last night, I restored life to certain things for you. Things you buried, things you relinquished, things you thought were gone forever. They are breathing anew. And soon you will see the harvest. My child, I want you to begin walking as if the breakthrough has already occurred. Speak as if the blessing is already yours. Worship as if the miracle has already arrived. Because in the heavenly realm, it has. It is merely awaiting your alignment. Cease pleading and start possessing. Cease doubting and start decreeing. I am not waiting to bless you until you are flawless. I am ready to bless you because you are mine. Even the areas of your deepest shame will become stages for my glory. The errors you made will become messages of my mercy. Your past will not define you. It will magnify me. I will use what injured you to heal others. I will transform your scars into testimonies. Your life will be a living declaration that I am still active, still restoring, still delivering. A new strength is descending upon you, a holy boldness. A clarity you have never before known. You will perceive matters differently. You will move differently. You will pray with authority, walk with insight, and live in peace. Because last night was not ordinary. It was the shattering of a spiritual barrier. The heavens are no longer quiet concerning you. They are singing. They are exulting. And you, my child, are about to advance into a season of fulfilled promises. The angels are no longer stunned. They are rejoicing. For they know what I am about to do next will leave you in sacred wonder. Why did 19,583 individuals suddenly attain financial freedom last month? They all uncovered a peculiar phrase, just 9 words in length, buried in neuroscience research and once concealed by the FBI. Now they are erasing debt, journeying the globe, and residing in homes they never imagined owning. If you are viewing this, you are fortunate. This page may vanish at any instant. Click the link in the description and comments to learn this secret before it is erased for all time. I declare the reason you are encountering this now is because heaven has waited long enough for your awakening. The delay in your understanding was permitted only until the precise hour of your readiness. And that hour is here. What happened last night altered the trajectory of your life, even if your surroundings feel unchanged. Comment 1010 if you believe this word is illuminating what was hidden. This is the moment where truth begins to pierce every shadow that has sought to keep you in confusion. You have felt a weight without knowing its source. That is because your spirit was contending with a shift too profound for language. There was warfare surrounding your purpose. And though you could not see it, I sent my angels into combat for you. The enemy's grasp on your clarity, your peace, and your sense of direction was annihilated. That haze that has pursued you is not from me. It was manufactured in darkness. And last night, I scattered it with my breath. You have no conception of what nearly assailed you. But I halted it. I halted the assault advancing toward your home. I nullified the conversation intended to ruin your reputation. I silenced the curse spoken against your advancement. I blocked the spirit attempting to bring confusion and delay. I positioned myself between you and devastation, and I did not let it touch you. That is why I term this your ultimate warning. Do not turn away from what I am disclosing now. The angels were amazed, not because they doubted I would act, but because of the swiftness with which I reversed everything. Your name was presented before me, and I declared, enough. Enough pain. Enough loss. Enough warfare. Enough confusion. That was the instant the atmosphere transformed. That was the instant the current turned in your favor. You did not see it, but your spirit sensed it. That sudden calm in your heart, that inexplicable peace. That was me. Doors are about to open for you that were previously sealed. Not because you were unworthy, but because the timing was not divine. I was concealing you from premature exposure. I was protecting your name from premature alliances. I was not withholding to frustrate you. I was preparing you so that when the door opened, you would be equipped to walk through without fear. Comment 15:15. If you receive this timing as perfect, not belated. Those who attempted to obstruct your progress will now watch as I accelerate you. The hands that sought to manipulate you will lose their influence. The places that once rejected you will extend invitations. That is what occurs when I step into your situation. The rules transform. The odds reverse. The impossible becomes your reality. Do not strive to explain it to everyone. This coming season is not for their endorsement. It is for my glory displayed through you. I am pouring fresh oil over your life. The anointing that sustained you in the last season was sufficient for survival. But this new oil is for building, not merely enduring. It is for favor, not just protection. It is for impact, not just perseverance. You are about to see doors swing open without your striving. You are about to receive news for which your heart has ached. You are about to enter rooms for which only I could have qualified you. I know you have been weary. I know your soul has been burdened. But I also know you did not quit. And that is what moved me last night. You continued to worship. You continued to forgive. You continued to stand when everything tried to fell you. Heaven documented your fortitude. Angels recorded your obedience. And now your recompense is being released. Pressed down, shaken together, and overflowing. Comment 1717. If your heart knows this breakthrough is personal, this is not generic. This is targeted. This is prophetic alignment. I have been sending you signals, confirmations, gentle promptings. But this word is your resounding affirmation. This is me proclaiming into your weary soul, I am still here. I have not forgotten you. I have not altered my plans for you. You are still summoned. Still chosen. Still shielded. Still destined for glory. You will reflect upon this season with tears of gratitude. You will comprehend why the betrayal was necessary. Why the door had to close. Why they had to depart. It was never rejection. It was redirection. I had to clear the path. I had to safeguard what I was accomplishing in your life. There were conversations you did not hear and traps you did not see. But I observed them all, and I eliminated them for you. The angels rejoiced last night because they knew you prevailed. You survived the most difficult segment. The assaults could not claim you. The heartbreak did not ruin you. The delay did not halt you. And now you stand upon holy ground. The ground I prepared for you long before you knew it existed. This is where your joy is restored. This is where your peace inundates your being. This is where you begin to truly live, not merely survive. You will feel lighter. That is not coincidence. That is the weight being lifted. You will start to smile again without guilt. That is the healing I have implanted in your heart. You will rest without anxiety. That is my spirit guarding your mind. I am granting rest to your soul. I am granting clarity for your steps. I am granting answers that will eradicate all uncertainty. You thought I was silent, but I was working. You thought I was distant, but I was closer than ever. My presence encircled you in your lowest hour. And now my favor will crown you in your ascent. Every tongue that rose against you in judgment has been stilled. Every false word spoken concerning you is being overturned. You will not need to defend yourself. I will be your defender. A table is being prepared for you. A place where your story will be heard, your gifts honored, and your voice received. You will not need to force entry. I will create the space. I will place your name upon hearts. I will orchestrate divine alignment. Do not chase. Do not beg. Simply obey. Comment Amen if you feel me confirming every syllable within your spirit. This is more than encouragement. This is impartation. These are not mere words. They are spiritual mandates. You are being equipped. You are being refined. You are being activated for the season I crafted specifically for you. Nothing will stop what I have declared. Nothing will block what I have ordained. You will begin to experience sudden peace, sudden understanding, sudden courage. That is me. I am awakening every dormant part within you. Your gifts are quickening. Your discernment is honing. Your vision is focusing. You are not just recovering from the last season. You are rising into the next. I will restore the time you believed was lost. I will return joy multiplied. Therefore, release the fear. Relinquish the doubt. Cease questioning if you are sufficient. You are more than enough because I am with you. And if I am with you, who can stand against you? If I called you, then no one can revoke that calling. If I open the door, no one can close it. Rest in that truth. Trust in that truth. Walk boldly in that truth. What do neurosurgeons and billionaires understand that you do not? This 9-word financial cipher, once exclusive to elites, is now being disclosed to everyday individuals, and the outcomes are astounding. Sudden monetary gains, debts cleared, and lifelong anxiety vanished. But authorities may remove this secret at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted forever. I proclaim that the conflict over your destiny was intense last night, but heaven did not retreat. Not for an instant. The war that raged in the unseen concerned you. Your heart, your purpose, your legacy. The adversary wanted you to surrender before this very moment. But I interposed. I entered the storm gathering behind the scenes and I decreed, this one belongs to me. Comment 111. If something within you already perceives that I am unveiling what your soul has longed to grasp. This message is not intended merely to inspire. It is intended to awaken. My child, the angels who guarded you wept for joy because the assignment sent against you failed. It did not reach you. It did not ruin you. It did not inter you. You may have felt anxiety. You may have wept. But I never left your side. Even when you felt deserted, I was enveloping you with my glory. I did not permit the arrow to strike you. I did not allow the enemy to witness your collapse. I shielded you within the silence. And now I speak openly. Your covering is divine. You have endured betrayal in quiet. You have borne wounds that even those nearest to you did not detect. You smiled while your soul was wounded. You strengthened others while secretly praying someone would notice your pain. But I was watching. I was listening. I heard every unuttered word, every prayer breathed beneath your breath, every tear that never fell but hurt just as deeply. That is why last night I declared, no more. You have carried enough. Now let me carry you. What occurred in the spirit was not minor. It was monumental. The angels stood motionless in reverence. They were stunned by the magnitude of what I released in your name. This was no ordinary breakthrough. This was a divine verdict. A final ruling over matters that have held you captive. Delays not yours to bear. Shame not yours to carry. Pain passed down but not assigned to your calling. I shattered it all. It is finished. Miracles have now been unlocked because of this heavenly shift. You will not need to strive to make them happen. They will locate you. They will arrive when you least anticipate, that job offer. That apology. That healing. That sudden opening. They are already in motion. And when they come, you will realize they were never late. They were perfectly aligned with my timetable. My timing is sovereign. My grace is exact. Comment 222. If you trust that what you have awaited is now being prepared to meet you. You have been stretched. You have been tested. You have been refined by fire. But the fire did not consume you. It purified you. What was not meant to accompany you has now been burned away. You are stepping into this next season with clarity, strength, and a profound comprehension of your identity and my eternal nature. No more confusion. No more questioning your value. No more comparing your journey to others. I am not blessing you based on what you believe you deserve. I am blessing you because of who I declare you to be. You are chosen. You are mine. You are the one I have appointed for this specific hour. There is a mantle upon your life that no one can remove. Not the enemy. Not your past. Not even you. You have wondered why certain things failed, why that door remained shut, why that person left, why that opportunity dissolved. But today, I reveal to you, I was preserving your soul. I was protecting your calling. I was ensuring your roots grew deep before I allowed you to grow tall. I do not plant without purpose. I do not withhold without wisdom. I was never punishing you. I was preparing you. Now the season of preparation transitions into a season of demonstration. What you carried in secret will now be seen openly. The radiance returning to your countenance is not cosmetic. It is spiritual. The peace in your heart is not accidental. It is supernatural. What I am accomplishing within you will become undeniable. They will inquire how you arrived here. And the only response will be, God accomplished it. There is new oil flowing. New ideas, new alliances, new peace. You will soon begin to notice. Things that once felt arduous will now feel light. Conversations will unfold with ease. Delays will dissolve. That is not luck, it is favor. That is not coincidence, it is my promise unfolding. You will enter rooms with grace. You will speak with an authority you have never before possessed. That is because I have granted you access where you were once denied. Comment 333. If you are ready to declare, I am stepping into what God has already prepared for me. Let your faith align with your miracle. Speak life once more. Speak boldly. Speak consistently. Cease decreeing what the enemy whispered in your weak moments. Begin declaring what I have spoken over your life from the beginning. You are not your failures. You are not your setbacks. You are my masterpiece, in process and in power. I know the burden of your silent wars. I know the exhaustion of clinging when everything screamed at you to release. But you did not fracture. You did not quit. And because of that, I am rewarding you not merely with possessions, but with peace. With wisdom. With favor that will confound human understanding. They will say you are fortunate, but you will know the truth. It was me all along. I know they walked away. I know they mocked your visions. I know they judged your suffering. But I also know that I am about to exalt you in such a manner that even your adversaries will be forced to watch in silence. I will prepare a table for you in their presence. Not to shame them, but to vindicate you. To demonstrate that I never left your side. Not for a single moment. You are about to witness harvest in fields where you only knew heartache. You are about to see reward in arenas where you only knew resistance. What was once difficult will now be holy. What once caused pain will now heal others. This is your season of reversal. What the enemy intended for evil, I am harnessing for good. It is happening more swiftly than you imagine. Suddenly. Swiftly. Sovereignly. Do not fear what approaches. Be expectant. The shift has already begun. You are already within it. Walk in it. Do not sabotage it by retreating. Do not conceal your light to appease others. I am not calling you to be popular. I am calling you to be distinct. I am not calling you to be accepted. I am calling you to be set apart. There is glory upon your name. There is power in your footsteps. This is not your final chapter. It is your first authentic one. All that came before was training. All that preceded this was foundation. But now you build. You grow. You expand. Because I have cleared the way. I have prepared the path. And I will walk beside you every step. You are not doing this alone. I am with you. I am for you. I am encircling you. You are not the same person you were last week. That version of you was broken last night, and a stronger, wiser, more anointed version has emerged. You have passed the test. Now comes the testimony. And it will shake the very atmosphere around you. What if everything you have been taught about wealth is a deception? A concealed 9-word prayer, buried in a classified FBI document, is now assisting thousands in attracting abundance without effort. Scientists state it activates a 150-million-year-old region of your brain governing prosperity. Harvard-backed, laboratory-verified, life-altering. But authorities may remove this secret at any minute. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted forever. I declare that the moment heaven moved for you, a new chapter was inscribed in the book of your life, a chapter no human can edit, no foe can erase, and no circumstance can defer. Last night was not merely a breakthrough. It was a divine rewriting of your narrative. The angels were not merely observing. They were chronicling. And what they recorded will become the evidence of my power manifesting in your existence. Comment Amen if your soul is beginning to remember your true identity in me. This is your confirmation. For too long, you have questioned if I still hear you. You have viewed closed doors and unanswered prayers as signs of my absence. But what you did not know was that while you requested small answers, I was preparing a greater glory. I was never late. I was establishing foundations for something that could only be revealed once the spiritual battle was won. And that battle was won last night. You stood at the precipice of exhaustion and still whispered my name. You broke down and still lifted your hands. You gave when you scarcely had enough. And heaven was paying attention. That is why I had to intervene. I will never permit faith such as yours to go unrewarded. I observe it all. The weeping behind your smile, the bravery behind your silence, the strength required merely to continue. My child, I honor that caliber of obedience with miracles. The shift you sense now is not emotional. It is spiritual. Your spirit recognizes that something has lifted. Something inexplicable has changed. That is the fruit of the battle I fought for you. The weight that kept returning, the thoughts that tormented you, the cycles you could not break, they have been demolished. The spiritual ties that bound you to past pain were severed while you slept. The angels labored as you rested, and the enemy was defeated without your hands having to fight. I know your trust has been wounded. People you believed would protect you turned out to be those who sought to harm you most. I know how difficult it has been to trust again. But I tell you now, you can trust me. I am not a man that I should lie. I am not like those who promised to remain and departed. I am not like those who claimed you mattered but treated you as invisible. I am your God, and I am steadfast when all else shifts. Comment 555. If you are ready to be rebuilt by the hands of your Father. I do not discard broken things. I restore them. I do not walk away from your chaos. I walk into it with grace and power. And I do not require you to have everything resolved. I only require your heart to say yes. For where I am leading you does not demand perfection. It demands surrender. There is a season you are now entering that will demand your complete focus. The distractions that once held you captive are now being removed. You will not even possess the desire to regress. I am strengthening your feet to move only forward. New ideas will begin to flow. New connections will suddenly appear. Even concepts you once struggled to comprehend will begin to make sense. It is because your mind has been renewed. That fog was not mental. It was spiritual opposition. But that opposition has been broken. And now you will begin to hear me clearly once more. I will speak to you in dreams, in quiet instants, in sudden impressions. My whisper will return. And this time you will know it is me. You will not second guess it. I will make it unmistakable. You have endured too much to compromise now. This is not the season to settle. This is not the time to dilute your vision or diminish yourself to meet others' expectations. I am calling you to rise, not arrogantly, but with boldness. I did not deliver you merely to keep you hidden. I brought you out so I could bring you into promise. You are about to become a walking answer to another's prayer. That is the measure of what I have invested in you. There are individuals you have not yet met who will be impacted by the fire I have placed within you. They will be drawn not to your perfection, but to your process. Your scars will speak. Your story will heal. What tried to eliminate you will now serve as the platform from which I elevate you. And every moment that broke you will become a testimony of how I constructed you. Comment 1212. If you know this is not merely a word of comfort, but a word of commissioning. I am summoning you to rise into purpose. No more hiding behind excuses. No more allowing fear to dictate your steps. You possess everything you require. I have already equipped you. Every test you survived was preparation. Now is the time to activate your faith. I have released clarity into your spirit. You will begin to discern which doors are from me and which are diversions. You will perceive people's intentions before their words are spoken. I am sharpening your discernment, not so you may judge others, but so you may protect the garden of your purpose. What I am cultivating within you is sacred. Guard it diligently. This new chapter will bring surprises, some beautiful, some painful. But do not fear the pain. Even that will be utilized. Even that holds purpose. I transform every trial into transformation. Nothing is wasted in my hands. The good, the bad, the perplexing, I weave it all together for your good. That is not merely a promise. It is a guarantee sealed by my word. You will not always understand my methods. But you can trust my character. I am not asking you to decipher everything. I am asking you to walk with me step by step. You will never walk alone. You will never have to fight for yourself again. I have assigned angels to proceed before you. To guard your path. To shield your heart. And to carry blessings upon their wings. There will be moments when it seems too magnificent to be true. But do not allow fear to question my goodness. When I bless abundantly. I do not add sorrow to it. I impart peace, joy, stability, and overflow. You are entering an overflow that will not only bless you but spill into all connected to you. The favor upon your life is contagious. You are now a carrier of my light. Your presence will shift atmospheres. Your words will bring restoration. Your walk will bring conviction. Not because you are flawless, but because you are aligned. That alignment is what the enemy feared most. That is why he fought you so fiercely. But now that you have witnessed my actions, now that you feel the shift, you must guard this breakthrough with your life. Comment 777. If you are ready to walk in power and not merely in promises. This is not the time to shrink back. You are not insignificant. You are not forgotten. You are my chosen one. You are the one I concealed while I developed you. And now the hour has arrived for you to emerge, strong, focused, fearless. The angels who warred for you last night still surround you. They are clearing your path. They are protecting your peace. They are enforcing every promise I have spoken concerning your future. You will not revert to who you were. You will not repeat old cycles. You will not lose this time. This is your moment of divine possession. What do neurosurgeons and billionaires understand that you do not? This 9-word financial cipher, once exclusive to elites, is now being disclosed to everyday individuals, and the outcomes are astounding. Sudden monetary gains, debts cleared, and lifelong anxiety vanished. But authorities may remove this secret at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it is deleted forever. I declare the enemy is trembling at this instant because you are finally realizing your identity in me. He attempted to keep you blind. He attempted to keep you weary. But you progressed beyond the turning point. And now every lie spoken over your life is unraveling. Every false narrative is collapsing. Comment 999. If your spirit is awakening to this truth. You are not broken. You are not behind. You are precisely where I require you to be for this hour, for this move, for this miracle. You have no concept of the magnitude of power now being released through your obedience. When you refused to quit, something eternal was activated. The angels did not merely fight for you last night. They celebrated you. They rejoiced because you passed the test the enemy swore you would fail. When others mocked you, you continued to pray. When nothing made sense, you continued to trust. That caliber of faith compels all heaven to act. That caliber of faith triggers generational transformation. Those who tried to curse you did not realize they were fertilizing your blessing. The rejection, the manipulation, the mistreatment, it all became fuel for your elevation. And now you will behold it with your own eyes. You will witness how I turn ashes into beauty. You will observe how I exalt you before those who sought to keep you low. But remember, I exalt you not to foster arrogance. I exalt you to serve as evidence. To be light. To be living proof of my grace.